Two terrible things happened with the US dollar today. We already know that the US dollar is getting devalued like crazy. Well, one of the reasons why is inflation. Money printer go burr. Anytime you print mass amount of money, your dollar is not worth $1, okay? The purchasing power of the US dollar completely diminished, especially with inflation. But other countries are starting to take wind of this and basically saying, we don't want to use your dollar anymore. It's worthless. We've seen this with Kenya, with Russia, China, a lot of other countries. But today, more terrible things happen. Let's talk. We all know that China is not a big fan of us. Plus, China is introducing their digital yuan, the CBDC. And this morning it was announced China and France complete their first LNG gas trade using the Chinese yuan, ending reliance on the US dollar for energy trades. This basically means we are no longer using the US dollar to purchase anything. China and France, we don't want it. We'll use China's currency. Totally fine. Now let's talk about the second. Our good friends over in Saudi Arabia, they entered a trade alliance with China, Russia, India, Pakistan, and 4 Central Asian nations to really remove their reliance off of the US dollar. Why is that a big deal? Why does it matter? Well, we kind of need oil for things, kind of buy a lot of things from China, etc. So what's going to happen to the US dollar if other countries aren't using it? Well, it's going to further devalue it, and we can get a lot of problems here. We've seen countries like Venezuela and other smaller countries having a lot of problems, and inflation is crazy there. It costs so much money to get anything, okay? And in America, that's going to be a big problem because we outsource most of our stuff. When we need service, we hire people in other countries. When we need clothing, household items, we get them from China. And when we need gas, we get it elsewhere. We don't really do too much in the United States anymore. So what's going to happen? Well, to me, it kind of sounds like that great reset thing is going to happen. And it sounds like the perfect storm to institute a CBDC. Either way, I think it is very, very, very important to continue to do your research on Bitcoin and why that matters. It's important to know the history of money, to know how we got into this situation, and why our public servants have so much power. Why do we have the Federal Reserve telling us what to do with our own money? I don't know. Things are not looking good, and I hope things get better, but right now, I'm not super optimistic. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, set alerts. And yes, opt out with Bitcoin, and that simply means read the Bitcoin white paper. Bye-bye.